What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today we gotta talk about one of the craziest new enchants available, and honestly, it's one of my all-time favorites. So, dropping from the Titus boss fight, the Bluster enchant's damage capability is one of the strongest in the game, which can also become unavoidable and boosted if you stack on multipliers. As a frame of reference, Bluster is supposed to be a little bit of a mix of detonation and deferred. The payoff you receive by building stacks is a high damage explosion that stuns, but it takes a long time to activate, kinda like deferred's delayed damage. Besides this, compared to detonation, it's gonna take a couple more hits to build up the Bluster charge. For example, a detonation spear explodes instantly on the 4th hit, but for Bluster, it places the time bomb on the 5th and also has that extra timer taken down for its explosion. The payoff costs a bit more, but the reward granted by Bluster is something extremely powerful. So if you're really interested in quick stack building, I'd always recommend using Trident Spear's critical or something similar that can obtain multiple enchant charges in a single hit. Seriously, all I gotta do is hit a single critical to earn most of my Bluster charges, and the bomb starts ticking down with no way to remove it. Anyway, back to that timer. The delayed explosion might be viewed as the worst part of this enchant, but in my opinion, it's actually the best, and I'll show you why. For starters, the damage you get by just using Bluster is downright overpowered and objectively just busted. Detonation's instant explosion does about 17 to 20 damage at a maximum, and that's really all it can do. It's very good because this bypasses some resistance and happens instantly, but that damage is honestly not too great. Now for Bluster, the damage here at a base level is 45 consistently, and that's insane to say the least. Sure, the delay cuts back on some additional stacks you could be building, but in Deepwoken's combat, there's a lot of downtime where you're parrying, backing out of combos, or honestly just waiting, and the delay is basically nothing. It's very easy to confirm a Bluster enchant charge and parry trade for a few seconds, but the explosion damage is always gonna happen, and it's very difficult to counteract when you're defending. If you don't want to wait this out, it is possible to speed up the Bluster explosion by landing M1s, but it's optional, and in my opinion, kinda takes away from the setups you can do with this enchant. The longer it takes for our explosions to build, the better it is for stacking on multipliers. For starters, with a high investment in your weapon, Bluster does about 45 true damage and bypasses all and any resistance. The damage here is sizable and about 1/10 of a 500 HP build. That's almost 10% per explosion with our starting damage, and that's nuts. This can probably get crazier depending on the type of weapon you use, but for a balanced overall breakdown, I'm just using a medium spear. Now, what's interesting about Bluster is that the damage capability can be boosted after it's already been placed. So, for example, slapping on an Ishin's ring raises all of our outgoing damage further, which increases the explosion output after it's already been placed. So, stacking things like Charisma's Taunt and Tough Love on top of the Ishin boost can buff our Bluster damage even further, and the damage here starts to get crazy. So, of course, I won't mention all of them, but all of the stackable multipliers seem to work and can really help you out if you're going for that one-shot build. Another really interesting thing about this enchant is that it's somehow classified as a flourish when it comes to placing status. If you're running a Charisma build or something that pulls like a Chain Warden, for example, that is gonna proc when you explode with this enchant. It's extremely powerful for melting through HP, playing off delayed multipliers, and is one of the most unique options I've ever seen in Deepwoken's enchant history. I'm a huge fan of these delayed payoff based enchants, and hopefully we'll see even more in the days to come. So if you haven't tried Bluster out yet, give it a shot and leave your own thoughts down below. Thank you so much for all the supporters that help out the channel. It means a lot to directly donate to a creator, and if you like, join as a member down below. Besides that, my Discord, guild, and even my UGC group will be linked down below, so check them out. As always, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 120k. Thanks again, it's punchin' time.